Okay. Wait.
I think tomorrow before I go to work, I'm gonna stay in the sun at 10.
You should. It's been working for me.
I know. And it's been so hot. I'm gonna just go there in my bathing suit and tan.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amina. I'm 19 and a freshman in college, but soon to be sophomore in college. This is my roommate Alexa. You've never seen, well, no, you have seen her before. Yep, on one of my vlogs, you've seen her before. But sadly, the other person in that last video that I posted, this is what this title is about. So you're gonna bake cookies with me while I give y'all a story time about how I had a racist roommate. Okay, so let's see. Where shall I start?
Maybe like the first day we moved in.
First day I moved into this dorm. I live in Eagleville. I go to Georgia Southern, by the way.
We can't talk about live.
I told them where I live.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I don't live with her. We're not even roommates. Jesus. We're gonna die.
Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do a rewind here, okay? I'm gonna name this person we're gonna name her Big Back Buffoon. That is my choice of name for this girl in this video. Now, Big Back Buffoon, I met her over the summer. Now, moving into this dorm, I was supposed to be sharing a room with her. But she had met her other roommate, and now they're roommates, and I got stuck with Big Back Buffoon. I was okay with it because I'm, you know, new person, giving her a chance and all. This is all this is new to me, but it was never new to me about living with somebody.
Just think of it on the bright side. Now you have your own room.
I do have my own room, and I'm gonna tell you why I have my own room. I do have my own room. So, Big Back Buffoon, she never, I wouldn't say, like, first day I met her, I can tell that she was just obviously overbearing, but she didn't like my other roommates. That one right there, and the other one that she shares a room with. She didn't like her. Why? I think it was a money aspect. I think because of the way that we each grew up, that's probably why. And Big Back Buffoon, I'm gonna save that for the gods. But Big Back Buffoon, she wasn't obviously raised financially the same way, and neither was I. But you don't see me boo-hoo crying about Lululemon. Anyways, first day I met her, we moved in, we were talking, and she was just like, she said, well, I can tell that me and you are gonna be the closest because we have more in common than the other two, because we were raised differently and they were raised, you know, to just value money over anything, right? So I just took that with like a grain of nothing, actually, because I didn't care. Like, oh my gosh!
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
We're back. She's fine. So are her knees, thank God. Okay. She fell off the chair. I thought somebody was running. Oh my gosh. And now look at she was like, okay. 3 cups are in the bowl. That's where we're at. Okay. So, where did I leave off?
Oh, money aspect.
Okay. Money aspect. Okay, so she told me that I would not, like, we were going to be like yin and yang because we didn't grow up the same way financially that the other 2 girls did, including her and her other roommate. We're going to name my other roommate Magnolia. So her and Magnolia grew up with money, money, money. Whereas me and Big Back Buffoon did not, okay? Which is no problem with me. First day, I feel like Big Back Buffoon kind of, what you gonna call it? Big Back Buffoon. Triple B. So Triple B,
BBC. That's what she liked.
and yes, she was racist.
Hold on, we'll get to that.
What? Triple B ruined my first day here because I didn't get to move in like fully alone because she kind of hijacked my move-in day like with my mom. So me and my mom didn't get to do everything we want to do together because of Triple B, right? After that day, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have to tread lightly with this girl because not that I cared about stepping on any toes and her toes, but I just didn't like. I didn't want to have nothing weird in the dorm. Like I wanted to get along with everybody the same, equally, like treat everybody the same way no matter what. Like, I mean, and if I just grew to have a closer bond with you, then that was just, in my eyes, fate. It is what it is. But I was never gonna single anybody out because of, I don't know, because of one thing. So, Magnolia did not like Big Bang Boom. No, she didn't like her at all. And we thought, me and her, we thought that Magnolia was just being like, not so more of like a, because she did call herself, she was like, I don't know if I'm being mean or if I'm just being a, and she said that. Yeah, she wasn't being a bitch, but it kind of sounded at the time. But
at the time, she hadn't done anything like
too detrimental.
Yeah.
It was just a regular her, which was just regular her was just annoying. Like you had to take her at different measurements. Small doses. You couldn't take all of her at the same time because trust me, that would annoy me. That would annoy anybody. So after we would have these things called like roommate talks, like debriefing, stuff like that. Like we would usually just sit down and talk it out. Like if something bothered somebody, we would sit down and we'll talk it out. Now, when it came to Magnolia and we addressed her about it, she's very defensive, rightfully so, because I mean, it's 3 people against 1, but not really, we weren't ganging up on her, we were just saying, your reasons are not valid, but we don't see your reasoning now because everybody gets along with her except you. So
you don't have to like everyone, but you can be like respectful towards them.
Yeah, or just fake being nice. I mean, like you do it when you go out in the real world. Just do it when you're in here. That's what I'm thinking. Towards Haley, but like not in a way like she would voice to us if she didn't like her. Like we would never know at that point because Magnolia just stopped telling us things. But that's neither here nor there. So long time down the line, we're gonna skip a little bit. Me and would always, be together because we live in the same room and our schedules kind of like accommodated with each other. So if I want to go somewhere, she'd actually come with me. Or if she was going somewhere, she'd be like, oh, you want to come with me? And I'll just go because I have nothing else to do. So we were just like together by default. I wouldn't really say by choice because the girl would wait until I woke up out of my sleep to go to the dining hall. You can see how weird that is. She wouldn't even get out of the bed unless I got up first. One morning she told me, yeah, do you think we should get up? I wanted to look at her and say, you get up whenever you want to get up and leave me alone. Because I don't know, like that just irked me so bad. It always irked me that she would do things based on if I did something. Like your choices do not depend on me. I don't have no kids. You are not a dependent. That was my whole point. So, skip down the line. She would say little things that kind of like, not bothered me, but kind of just raised an eyebrow. Like, Triple B is a full-bred white woman. That is a white woman. And that she is. It is okay. Like I'm a fully black woman. That is a fully white woman. But sat in front of my face and hers and Magnolia and told us that her dad was black. Or that she was 1% black. I'm sorry. So I don't know, when a white person says that to you, what do you want somebody like what do you want me to say?
What did you say?
I don't remember. I just laughed because she started laughing first.
Oh yeah,
She told her, tell her what you said.
That is Haley must be white.
Uh-huh.
Because I wasn't trying to be mean, I was just being funny, but like
Being honest.
she just really is really, really white. Like pale.
And it is okay. But be who you are. Don't. I feel like she was trying to jerk my culture. It was, I don't know. It was definitely something. Hold on, let me put this in the thing.
Let this be a life lesson too, that only you can be you. There's no one else in the world like you. So you just need to be yourself and be unique, and people will either like you or they won't. Don't try to change for other people because there really is just only you. And you were beautifully made by the man of us. Period.
I I just realized I left a flower in the room.
I'm back.
Thank you so much. A flower and possibly a spoon.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Wait, where is the flower?
It's on top of the refrigerator, just in the bag. Okay. After she made that comment, I just thought she was just, I don't know if she was trying to fit in more so. I'm like, just because your family, your full white auntie messes with a black man, that lady has children with a black man. Her kids can say that they are black and white and mixed, whichever or they prefer, even though that they're both. But I'm like, you as a fully white woman who has a white mom and a white dad cannot sit in front of me and call yourself black. But I don't care. You want to be delusional, you can be delusional how you want. I'm never fond on correcting somebody. Like, I don't, especially when I don't care about. It was just funny that you said that. I thought it was, like, I was gonna be like, oh, okay, you know, girl, you could say. It never give you a black card. That's why I think she was going with that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when we first started talking, you know, talking about boys, like what's our types and stuff, she was like, yeah, I mean, I don't really have a type. I could tell because, you know, the way that she look at black people, like the way that she look at all boys, whether skin tone or not, she'll just like she'll find them attractive no matter the skin color, right? But then she mentioned in that same sense, she was like, yeah, I just don't see myself being with a black person because my grandpa is very racist. Like he says, she told me out of her own mouth, word for word, and I quote, if it ain't white, it ain't bright. You hear that silence? That's me, the silence in my head, not giving a because I don't know why you thought that was just okay. I was just gonna be like, oh, girl, no. Why would you say that to somebody who? Anyways, we're just gonna cut it there. Anyways, that was strike 1.5 because I just knew that this girl was ditzy already. We are going to, let's say, speed past the time where she had sex with a black man, and then both of them were under the influence, but by the time they had sex, the influence wore off. I will say that. And she remembers quite well what happened, how long it happened, and how many positions it happened in. Amen. And then, number 3, after she proceeded to, she knew he was a hoe. That's not your boyfriend, and yet you're sleeping with him. You know, if he can do it with you, if he can do it with you, he can do it with any other girl. You're no special. Let's just note that, 1, because niggas ain't shit. But 2, after that, you don't like how the way he went about it. Like, he was being nice, and you wanted to be weird about it, and so you chose out of your own mouth to say, oh, well, nobody will believe I had sex with him. I'll just say that he, me. And I'm just like, you as a white woman on a PWI campus is comfortable with saying a black man who was also on a PWI campus, a student enrolled here, that he you, knowing that was definitely not it. But you joking about something like that just proves that you're sick in the head. This is a sick individual we're talking about. Because even to me, she said one night we were walking on, there's this road that has just a whole bunch of frat houses on it. And we were on the road for something, I forgot what, but we both had to pee. And so there was just one door. No, we had already peed somewhere else. And then we were walking down the sidewalk, and there was this frat house with like cups on the lawn and chairs flipped over and tables. Like, it just looked like people were partying there. And then one of the doors were ajar because it has like 2 doors for the front door. And she was just like, come on, let's go in there. And I said, no, that place was like as soon as you walk in, you get a roofie in your cup. And she was just like, okay. She's like, that's fine. I like she was insinuating that she was okay being roofied and Again, this is a sick individual we're talking about. So, skipping past to her mentioning this black man, quote unquote, joking about it, and
which he didn't. Did you know that?
Yeah, which he did not. He did not. They were both conscious and aware of what they were doing.
And you guys were there, like when
yeah, and I was there. Matter of fact, I was on the floor trying to sleep because I was out of my mind. I was also under the influence. And I was trying to sleep, and I just kept hearing, you know, like macaroni noise. I kept hearing macking. But thank God it was kissing and not nobody playing in somebody's litter box, because I would be damned if somebody spinning a disc and I'm sitting on the other side of the sofa. Please, That is nasty. But after I heard that, that was my cue to get up and go. And I even asked her before I left the place that we were leaving, before I left that person's dorm, the boy that she slept with, I asked her, I said, come on, big back buffoon, let's go. She just laid there limp, acting like she was fake because I know how this woman sleeps. This woman sleeps like a dead corpse. She slept next to me in the room for like a few months. I know how she sleeps. So she sleeps like this. So I'm like, you sitting on the sofa, laying all pretty, acting like you are awake. I mean, you are sleeping, and I know you're not. So I'm like, okay, so you know what you're doing. Because I asked you. I said, okay, so you know what you're doing. She said, I'm sorry. If I'm asleep, I'm not answering no questions. I'm
also
silent.
She's like notorious for like, I would say selective hearing, but it's like, and like she does have selective hearing, like everyone does, but like a lot of times you'll ask her something and she doesn't say anything. She just smiles and it's just like,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm gonna quote this, and I quoted it to her face. I've quoted it to other people, and I'm gonna quote it to the world. That girl is a yeah. You know what? If anybody knows what a is, that is a big back before. She is a Okay, so past her, almost accusing a black man from PWI campus, her being a white woman, so that you can see how that kind of plays out in history. So her and the boy ended up start talking, and I don't like, he had did something to her to make me stop talking to him, because it's like a man that any boy at that age that reacts the way he reacted towards her, one, uncalled for. Two, you're a hoe. Own it. Own it. If you're a slut, be the best slut you can possibly be.
I don't even remember why you guys stopped talking then. What was the reason?
Because he told her, I'm gonna get my mom and my sister to beat you
yeah.
up. I'm sorry, you're gonna get your mom and your sister to beat up somebody you just put your in? She just kept telling people that y'all had sex. That's why he said that he was gonna get people to beat her up. I'm sorry, but you're a hoe. Like, you have sex with everybody, so why does it matter that, because you're embarrassed. So just say you're embarrassed. Just say you regret it. Just say it was the drugs, okay? I can believe that. But nobody's gonna believe that you're not a hoe. And then I told her information, and she sold me out. Never told that bitch to get nothing again. She told me. I'm sorry. You won't ever get no information from me. Ever again. And then she did not.
I forgot this whole part of the story even existed. This feels like forever long ago. Like,
it is. This all happened in like
October, right?
October? No, because we were still friends in October. We were still friends with Cam.
It was Halloween weekend, was it not?
It was a little bit after that. It was like more close to November.
Are you sure?
Because remember my birthday happened? Like, they were all there. And then we were playing with the Wii. Yeah, we were all there. So it kind of happened honestly, I feel like it happened right before Thanksgiving break. And then we came back when it was
You're probably right, yeah.
Christmas break. We're going to fast forward down the line to me doing hair. Like, I know how to do hair, but I don't do hair, if that makes sense. Like, I just know how to do hair. I never thought of hair as a job, but now I do it as a job, like here on campus. So, this one boy that asked me to do his hair, and he's a black man, obviously. Well, yes, he's a black man, and he asked me to do his hair, and I was telling this lovely girl back here about how he said he was tender-headed, and Big Back Buffoon decides to join in the conversation to say some ignorant ass and the ignorant ass he said was, I thought y'all people or people like y'all can't be tender-headed because y'all parents grow up with y'all parents pulling on your hair from a young age, that at some type of point y'all just get immune to it. Like I said, this person's a sick individual and quite frankly dumb as So after she made that statement, I just corrected her. No, I'm sorry, being tender-headed doesn't belong to a race. It can happen to anybody, not just black and not just white. Both can be tender-headed. So that was just dumb on her part, right? Again, I was not talking to her. I was talking to her. I said Alexa specifically. I don't know why she joined in.
That's me.
Is that her name? I didn't say Big Back Buffoon. So after that, later on, her birthday was coming up. This is like February. Yeah, this is like February. So her birthday was coming up. Big Back Buffoon, being a white woman, she asked me to bleach her hair, like to give her highlights. I said, honey, look at my hair. Do I have highlights? I don't know how to do highlights. I know how to do hair, but I don't know how to do none of that. But if you tell me what to do, listen to me now. Asked me to do her hair, and I said I don't know how to. Oh, 3/4 cup. I don't know how to do that kind of hair. Like I don't know how to do that. Like that. What you're asking for? Like she Alexa's hair. I don't know how to do that. But I said if you tell me what done and how to do it, like if you give me the ropes, then I will be the little, what you call them? Puppet. I'll be the puppet. You can pull the strings. That's basically what I'm saying. So she said okay. Eventually, somewhere down the line, we just agreed that I would do her hair. So her being selfish, knowing up that I got up really early to do this boy's hair that I do. He has a lot of hair. He is also tender-headed, and he has a big head. So it takes me a while to get around his cabeza with all of that hair. So her being selfish, after that night, because me, Alexa, and Big Back Buffoon went out to dinner that night. And we also went to go get ice cream. So that night, we were in the car, and Alexa had to go pick up a friend from somewhere. And, well, I didn't want to sell your friend out. Oh. Well, they don't know that she's under. I won't say that either. So Alexa had to go pick a friend up, and there was a song playing because I had the aux. Oh my gosh. I had the aux, and the song happened to be My Nigga by YG, you know, My Nigga, My Nigga. Everybody know that song. It's infamous.
I didn't know that song, but I do know.
Beautiful song, beautiful song. So, that song starts playing, and Big Back Buffoon goes, can I just say another word in substitution for that word that y'all are saying? What word do you speak of? You know, I said, what word? You know, the word. What word? Like how it's saying my, she didn't say the word. I was waiting on her. She didn't say the word. She said, I could say like my house or my friend. You know, like how y'all say it. I'm sorry. If I say my nigga, I'm talking about a You see this? This about a nigga.
Like me.
Not saying nothing at all. Why?
But I don't.
But she does not say the N word. She doesn't. And she can say it. So somebody that can perfectly say it and doesn't say it, how would you think that it's so comfortable for you to say it? And I remember us having a conversation like this, like I said, in the earlier semester, like beginning, we used to just like sit there and talk. And somebody, not one of my roommates, but somebody, like one of our friends asked us, like, no, it was a roommate. It was Magnolia. Magnolia asked, well, why is it okay for y'all to say the N-word, but when people say it, y'all get offended? And I told her why. And she was like, oh, okay. Again, because, you know, you got to teach ignorant people. Some people just don't know. She was ignorant, so I taught her. So, after that, and Alexa asked me.
Can she say it?
Who? But there is no two black people can make a white woman. A white baby. Just like how two black people can't make a white baby.
Yeah. I'm
sorry. Alexa said, well, how would you feel if Big Back Buffoon wanted to say the word and or say it around you? And I looked at her in the most utmost way because I didn't want to say what she expected me to say. Like, oh, if you say that, I will beat your ass. Say that. No. I just said if you said that, I would significantly not be okay with that. I would not be okay with you saying that. She goes, oh, I would never. Fast forward, so why are we in the car and you're asking us to say my house or my friend in the place of my nigga?
The thing about it is that, like, it just wasn't necessary. Like, this, like, you can hear songs and, like, wait, was she something about the beat?
She was like, well, the music was so loud and I felt left out. I'm sorry.
No, she blames it on me because
she drives around with loud music.
Yeah, she was like, because, like, I love a good jam sesh. So, like, I didn't know the song at all. But, like, when I'm driving in the car, I just, like, always turn the music up. And so, like, I think, like, Amina played the song. I didn't know what it was, but I was just driving. And she blamed me for allowing the song to be played or something like that.
I was confused on if you would never say the N-word, then why were you asking me to or Alexa at the same time for you to say an N-word, or a substitution for the N-word if you would never say it, like that just never crossed your mind. So that was strike 85. Went from 1.5 to 85, because at this point I feel like you're just I feel like she was just trying me, like she was just trying my.
I think she wanted a reaction.
Yeah, like she wanted a reaction because, Lord, my was blasting in the car, and Alexa's friend is a white woman, beautiful, nice black white woman, and you don't see her, drunk out of her mind. You don't see her in the front seat telling my son, I'm sorry, that girl is out of her. She probably off of this universe, but you don't see her asking us, turning around, or even insinuating that she wants to sing along to the song at all. So why are you not under the influence at all? In your right mind, it is not an excuse. In your right mind, would be comfortable asking me that question. If you respected who I am, what I stand for, and what I look like, and if you're not racist yourself, which she is. She is racist. And she's also a sick individual. That's why she's a sick individual, because she's racist. It's like, you want to be everything that you can't be. So, after that, you know what? That was strike 85. I just didn't say anything. I was just eating my ice cream. I just ignored it. And then, we get home. We go upstairs. She's like, well, we can just do my hair tonight. And I think at this time, Big Back Buffoon had a lot of balls on her that she didn't have before, because she was just being rude to, like, everybody, including her. Yeah. Well, she's always been rude to her. She's always been rude to her.
But it's kind of my fault.
Yeah, she was too nice. She would get snappy.
Too nice? Like, I don't even know if it was too nice. I just was being nice to her. But I wasn't really getting that in.
She's being too nice. She's being too nice. Now, Magnolia, she wouldn't dare turn her neck too fast at Magnolia. You know why? She was scared of Magnolia. Now, me, she'll say slick here and there. Like, I noticed that she was a slick person. Like, even if you weren't talking to her, she has her 2 cents any which is so crazy, because mind your own business. We get home, and she wanted me to do her hair that night. I wasn't planning on doing it that night, but since she wanted it done before her birthday, I was like, I'm going to try to help her anyway. So, I'll put pictures in here of what her hair looked like and how it looked after I bleached it. Because, this highlights bleaching process. I did that, right? Boom and boom. Those are the pictures. After I bleached her hair, after the first round, is the picture I showed you on the bottom, she was like, no, she was like, she looked at it like with the mirror. She was like, it's not light enough. Like, can you put more bleach? And like, here, like, put some more bleach on my roots of it. Like, she was telling me how much, because first I just put lightly. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Before all this started, we all, like, because she asked, like, Magnolia was like, I think BBB asked her about it, and she was like, no, I'm not doing your hair. And then, like, I was like, yeah, I don't know how to do hair. Like, I paid to get mine done.
Yeah.
And Amina was like,
she wanted to be cheap, so she didn't want to get it done by a professional.
Yeah.
Continue.
And so Amina was like, I don't know how to do hair, but like, if you want me to try, like, I will. So we were all sitting there when Amina was like, I'm not a hair stylist, like, I don't know what I'm doing, basically. And she still wanted to move forward. And at one point, I was awake before I went to bed, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was probably...
It was close to midnight. Like, it was getting
midnight when I went to bed. But, like, by the time they were done...
It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, like 3.
I was so tired.
But when I was awake, I remember asking to, like, I was like, oh, can I do a strand?
Yeah.
And I did, like, a little bit, and then, oh, shoot, sorry.
I'll bleep it out. You good.
Wait, what's her name?
Big Back, Triple B. When you say
Triple B. Triple B was like, you need to saturate it.
Yeah.
So that's like a major part in this, because I don't think it would have turned out the way that it did, or like as bad if if she didn't say to saturate it.
Yeah.
Because it was like
your hair like making a notice at that point.
But
enough.
And it looked like she dunked her head in a thing of bleach,
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Before we get to wash it out, like, she's like, okay, put more bleach on it. I want it right here. Like, she was telling me what to do, what to go over, how to do it, and every other type of way, because obviously I don't know how to do hair. And then at that point, before I even started, I never plan on touching her roots at all because I know how bleach works. Once it hits your roots, honey, that's it. You're already pale. You want me to bleach the front of your head where you can't see where your head begins and your hair starts? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, this is your hair. Wash it out. I washed it out, purple shampoo it. By this time, I've been up since 11 a.m. that morning, and I didn't even get in the bed until 3 a.m. So she was not considerate of, oh yeah, you know, my roommate just got up, she can do my hair another time, like it doesn't have to be today. My birthday's not until like 2 weeks or something like that. And nope, she didn't give that a second thought. And so, what is it? I was washing out her hair, and then you had to put the purple shampoo, and then she didn't put the toner in yet, right? So she's like, okay, this is how my hair looks, this is how it's gonna look when it's lifted, and this is how it's gonna look after I tone it, right? But she's like, but if I don't have to use the toner, then I can just take it back and get my money back. Again, being cheap on her hair. Me, I'm spending the price if I want to look good. So you get cheap, you pay for cheap, you get cheap, you look cheap. Simple as that. So after she got up from the purple shampoo but did not tone her hair, she went to take a shower. But no, not to take a shower as you think, you know, cleaning your body. No, she went to go take a got her off the toilet, got her in the shower to wash her hair, but not wash her body. You know why I know she didn't wash her body? Because one, that shower was way too fast, and two, she was coming out scratching her armpit. I'm sorry, if you just wanted to take a shower, why'd you get out so fast? And then she was like, she came back in the room and asked me if I was going to bed, and I was like, well, no, I'm not going to bed. I'm just getting, my feet are tired. Like, I'm tired of standing. I don't want to stand up, and I don't want to be doing this all night. But like, I wanted to help her, which is why I sacrificed my sleep to help her, which is never a problem if you're doing it for a friend. Or a soon-to-be friend at that. So I looked in the mirror and she was like, oh my gosh, like her hair was like bright yellow. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she looked like the sun, but that's because she didn't tone it. She told me her hair was gonna like lighten that way. And she was like, oh my gosh, like, what do you think the other girls are gonna say? Other girls being her? I mean, like, oh yeah, go.
She cares so much what we think. But I was just saying that, like, also, forgot to mention, I don't know if you mentioned this, but like, in the beginning, she was like, it's fine that if it doesn't look good, because if it goes bad, I'm just going to box dye it brown.
Yep.
That was her, like, thing. That's I feel like the only reason you probably, like, were okay with doing it.
Yeah.
Because she kind of went into it knowing that it wasn't
gonna come out the perfect way that she was expecting it to.
Yeah.
After that, she was like, oh my gosh, what do you think the girls are gonna say? Like, what do you think they're gonna say about my hair? And she's like, at this point, she's like hysterically laughing. But only because I laughed because she looked like the sun. Like, I was going to laugh. I thought it was funny. But she didn't find it funny. She found it, like, detrimental because she cared so much what they thought that she didn't, like, step to think, okay, well, how am I going to fix this? What do I have? What did I not do that I wanted to look like? Well, I didn't tone it, so that's why it looks like this. But she's just, like, at this point, she's like, super, I would say not mad, but getting there. So, and at this point, I'm fed up, and I'm trying to help her figure out a way. I'm like, okay, if you don't want to dye your hair brown, what can you do at this point? So I'm looking at ways, I'm looking at TikTok videos and trying to help her. She keeps showing me pictures of her memory lane. She took us down memory lane 1,000,000 times. I cannot tell you how much I've seen an ugly band uniform on that girl. And her telling me, oh, this is me in band, this is me, I don't care. But she's bad. She doesn't read, what is it called? No cues?
She doesn't read the room.
Yeah, no, she doesn't read the room. Social awareness, no. She does not have any of that. Like, you could have earphones in your ear, blasting, and she would still try to talk to you. That was another pet peeve I had with her. But we're not here to talk about pet peeves.
So
Yeah. Magnolia hated it too. But Magnolia would just ignore her. I didn't get that pleasure. I slept in the room next to her, so it would be weird. You know what she did to Alexa, who was actually nice to her? She slammed the door in her face. She slammed the door in her face.
And talked so much about me. Just like, I don't want to be that one that's going to be like, oh, she's probably much about me. And like, would close the door in my face. Would tell me to...
Shut the fuck. She called me a didn't she not?
Yeah.
Yeah, she called me. But I didn't take her serious. You know why? Because she had a smile on her face. That's why.
And then
she knew better.
Me, what'd she do to me? Talked about me so much.
She'd be like, wait, there's no way that she could have that GPA. She basically called Alexa dumb. Because her education isn't as hard as hers.
Because my major is elementary education and hers is like
biochem.
But we're all freshmen in college. We're all taking like core classes.
Yeah.
So like it just never made sense to me that like
She coming for her neck 24/7.
She just like wouldn't believe anything I'd say.
She was like, wait, why isn't Alexa at class? Why is Alexa going home this weekend? Why is Alexa doing this? Why is Alexa doing that? Why? Everything that came out of her mouth was Alexa detail.
She cared so much about me. I think it was like what I would go do, like my friends. I even tried to like introduce her to my friends here and stuff, and like she just like, I don't know. I would try to introduce her to my friends because she had a problem with that. It was just like and some people just don't like you, and that's just how it is. But like, I'm kind of like the personality that like, not that I want everyone to like me, but like, I just like, I don't want to be the reason someone's upset, basically. So like, I was trying to be friendly, but
obviously that didn't work out.
No, it's okay.
So, at this point, she's mad. She's not so much hysterical. She's just like, obviously she's stressed because her hair looks a mess. But that's not my fault because you told me to do it like that. So, even though I am tired, I have been up since 11. I am probably so annoyed with you right now. I am still, as a soon-to-be friend, trying to help you. And she says, well, she kept telling me to make a decision for her. It was either go fully blonde, go fully brown, or just dye her front pieces back brown and tone her hair. And I said, and I gave her my first opinion. I said, well, I mean, it sounds easier at this point to just tone your hair and do the front pieces brown, like if that's what you want. And then she was just like, well, what do you think Alexa and Ureli was saying? And I'm like, well, I mean, I can't really give you advice because, I mean, I don't have hair like you, so I don't really know what to tell you. I'm sure in the morning when they wake up that they could tell you what they think you should do with your hair. Like, what's the best option if you were to ask them a question versus asking me a question, which I never really bleached my hair to have highlights. You get what I mean?
Also, Magnolia wouldn't really, she wanted little to nothing to do with her. So, like, she doesn't care because she just doesn't like her, doesn't want to be around her, which is fine. Right. But like, she just cared a lot about what she thought. Yeah. And same with me, like, what you choose to do with your hair, that's none of my concern. Like, I may think my own thing about it, but like, I'm not gonna tell her that it looks bad. I don't really care.
After she didn't ask me the same question, she would repeat the same things over and over again. I would keep giving her the same answers. And then I just finally said, I don't know what to tell you because I don't like ask what's the names, them being what's the names. I said ask them in the morning because they have hair like you and they could probably give you advice that I can't give you, seeing as I don't have hair like you. So she goes and she says, and I quote, well, you need to make a decision for me because I'm not like you. I just can't change my hair every month. You know what the biggest thing that popped up in my head? This finger. But you know what I said? I didn't say anything. I just stopped talking. I turned around and I went to sleep because that was my last straw of the night. And she does like this thing where she does it again. She has no social cues. She does not read the room. So she could not tell probably on the lack of emotion on my face. At that point, I was sped up. I just turned around and I went to bed. She was just like, oh, okay. The last thing she said before she fell asleep, because I did not fall asleep before her that night. But I'm not falling asleep before you. I don't. So, you might try to cut my hair off. You might try to make me look like you in my sleep. I was not going to bed before her. So, after she said that, I stopped talking. The next morning, well, the night of, she's like, okay, well, I guess we'll just figure it out tomorrow morning. Thinking everything is so fine and perfect. She got her big chunky in that bed, and she turned off the light, and she was like, we'll just figure it out tomorrow morning, or tomorrow, whatever. Oh, guys, look. Cookie ball. She's like, yeah, we'll just figure it out tomorrow. But you know what? I was going to be a good Samaritan and just help her one last time after that. But you know what? The next morning, I don't know if it was my ancestors talking to me in my sleep, but I said, she came in the bathroom the next morning trying to talk to me because Alexa saw her hair. Alexa was like, oh my God. She started laughing.
I didn't say that mean. But I
started laughing.
Yeah, I did start laughing. I was like, what? I was like,
what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
And I said,
and then I think I came to ask.
Yeah, you came to ask me.
Yeah.
And I said, you can ask her. I'm not talking to that. I said, I'm not talking to her. That's what I said. And she was like, she explained it. Haley explained it to the both of them. And they were just, more so involved in how, we got to that point of her hair. And less involved in, like, what she should do with it. Foon came in the bathroom. And she was talking to me. And she was like, she said, well, I think I'm going to do this. And then do this. And then do this. And then She was just talking on and on and on. And then she realized I wasn't responding nor listening. And then she finally caught on to me being upset. But obviously she doesn't understand why I'm upset, because what she just said was perfectly fine. Like, she didn't even think about what she said. I did finally address her about it. She said like it was a joke. So it's like, I didn't even have to tell you why I wasn't talking to you. The first thing that came out of your mouth was, oh, I was joking, but you knew what was wrong. So you knew what you said. So you knew how I took it, and yet you still are just saying, oh yeah, it was a joke. I'm not laughing. I don't find nothing funny about that. So after I ignored her, me and Magnolia went to the grocery store that morning, and I came home. I did my laundry. I took some notes. I did homework. I was having a great day. Didn't say nothing to that big bag. She sat out in the living room. She ended up getting a ride from one of her friends to take us to the hair store, because she had texted me if I was going to the store. Like, again, like I didn't just ignore her in the bathroom, and I blocked her. So before she said a racist comment to me, she went to our other fellow black roommate in the dorm. Half black, half white, black. So she went to her and she showed her messages of a boy saying the N-word because she thought it was funny. Oh, okay. Racism is funny. It's a joke. So that's what we're joking about now. So she went to Alexa and showed her the video. Oh, no, show her some messages between her and another boy. I think it was her brother's best friend, something like that.
Yeah, she messed with her brother's best friend. Even though she said that she wasn't, but like they've learned.
Obviously, you're sitting here talking to him, texting him, saying, "Oh my God, I'm a bartender for him." Like when I'm at home and stuff, like him and the guys, I'm a bartender for them. You're a weirdo. That's what I thought. And so,
you're good. You can come in if you want.
And after she showed my roommate those text messages, what happened? That led up to her making the racist comment to me, talking about something. Oh yeah, you change your hair every month. First of all, no. Second of all, I do my own hair, so I can change whatever I want to. And third of all, don't be mad at me because you're walking around here with looking like you belong in the middle of the.
I think it happened after. Because I think like you and her weren't talking, and she was trying to be kind of like more buddy with me.
Yeah.
And I think she came I was in my room, and she came in there and was like telling me about the guy who's like her brother's best friend or whatever.
Who's obviously saying the N-word, and he is not a black man.
She was like showing me the pictures or videos or something like that. And she was like laughing, which I'm not confrontational, so I don't really care about that kind of stuff. Like she just was like showing me, and she was like laughing, and she was I think she asked me like what she should respond with or something, and I was like,
sounds like her.
I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, yeah, maybe don't respond at all. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's what she said. And did she listen? No, because she's also a racist, so she thought it was okay. It's funny. It's a joke, right? So that's why we're laughing, because it's funny. So that, I guess that happened either before she made a racist comment to me, I stopped talking to her, and then later on the next night, I think I addressed her, and I was just like, I mean, we only have a few more months in this dorm. You respect my space. I will go on your side of the room, and we'll just leave it at that. Like we would never ever get to that point where you can even act me with a trash bag. I will look at you like dumb. That's what I told her. And after that, she had some animosity towards me, like I did something wrong to her. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're the one that's racist here. But yet, you can't change ignorant people. They're idiots. They're stick in the head. So after that, she was just being kind of like passive aggressive with like the way she looked, or the way she walked past me. And I think one night I blew up on her because she knocked something down on my side of the room, because my side of the room sits in front of the door. So she slammed the door so hard that it knocked some of my stuff down, and she also kicked down my heater. And my heater, long live,
it died.
My heater died. But trust me, if you heard that heater on, you would hear it before you saw it. So there's no excuse that you're a jolly green giant and you didn't see my heater sitting on the floor.
And it's always sitting right there, like always on.
Yes, I always. You know me. I'm cold. I'm cold everywhere, so I always have the heater on. So she saw the heater, they knocked it over. I went in the room because she made a face at me after I was about to walk out the room. I was just gonna leave it at that, like don't touch my stuff. But then I saw you making faces at me, and I'm gonna make a face back. At this point, I'm fed up. So I did that, And then another following night, well, no, I think before that, she was in the room like all day, like right after the day, like I wasn't talking to her. She was in the room all day, sitting at the desk doing God knows what, and obviously it wasn't working because she was still sitting there at like 11 p.m. at night. And I said very nicely and politely, when I didn't even have to, I said, I'm just gonna turn this light off because the main light is like, it looks like this big white light. It's always on. Like, she turned it on. It was on all day. So I turned that off because at this point, you're not the only person that sleeps in this room. I'm going to bed. So instead of taking her work elsewhere, she sat in the room and she turned on her lamp, and her desk sits right next to the front of where I lay my head at. And so what I did, I had my TV. I put 50 because I can sleep through anything. I'm a heavy sleeper, but she's a light sleeper, so there'd be no sleep. I don't get no darkness, no sleep. I set alarms all throughout the night. I woke up with a smile on my face. I had a wonderful sleep. That Frankie the next day, she did not, in fact, have a good night's sleep, which is what I intended her to have. If you want to fuck with you that. A little bit down the line, we had a meeting with the RA. She was being
first you tried to work it out.
Oh yeah, no, I tried to talk to her, like, because obviously the energy in the dorm was making everybody feel weird. Magnolia did not pick sides because honestly, I feel like if you don't stand for anything, if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So because it didn't happen to her and she can't find understanding on my point why I was upset, I'm not telling her don't talk to her, don't interact with her, because I didn't tell it to Alexa. But it wasn't rocket science for Alexa to know that that was wrong. So somebody saying that they don't pick sides when there is obviously a side that is wrong and a side that is right, to me, it is...
You pick a side. Really, because like when you don't pick a side, you're still picking a side.
Yeah.
Which wasn't my like thing. Like I didn't go up there and I was like, this is like I'm taking Amina's side because of A, B, and C.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a in my head.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
But like even further than that, like if you said something and it hurt someone's feeling, like and you know it hurt someone's feelings and you know they're upset or they told you they're upset,
exactly.
And then you still don't have like the balls or like the heart to just say you're sorry and like mean it. Like you don't always have to understand why someone's upset in order to say sorry.
Exactly.
And that's something I will never really understand. Like if you hurt someone, just to say sorry and like mean it, be genuine about it, but like
at least
just say sorry. It can really go a long way, and that's just something that like you can't admit that when you can't admit that you're in the wrong. That's just something that like bothers me. And I think I said that to her and that was kind of all I said, and then she told me to shut the F up, so you know.
Yeah.
Then it wasn't that hard to choose a side.
But I feel like when you don't stand for anything, you'll fall. When you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So when Magnolia didn't choose a side, it didn't bother me in no like negative effect type of way. It just made me realize, being honest, it just made me realize who I respect as a friend after we leave this dorm. Who am I gonna talk to? Who am I gonna be around? It made me realize what a friend is and how somebody should treat you regardless. Like right is right and wrong is wrong. And a friend is gonna tell you when you're right, and a friend is gonna tell you when you're wrong. And if Alexa told me, hey, you're wrong. No, actually, they were the ones to tell me that was racist. Because what I was doing, I was just thinking about it the whole night and all next morning. And then I wasn't saying anything, and we ended up going out to dinner. And then I was like, wait, isn't that kind of racist? I'm like, yeah, that is racist.
At one point, Magnolia, she kind of, I hope she doesn't watch this, but like kind of like flip-flop sides a lot, and like one day like we'll go out to dinner and she like will say one thing, but then like if we're having like a roommate conversation about it, then she wants nothing to do with it and like wants no involvement.
Like we had to have a meeting with the RA to talk about, you know, the issues in the dorm, and obviously Alexa didn't have to be there, but she felt like it was needed for her to be there because she was there present some of the times when how we got to this point is what I mean. And so was Magnolia. Maybe not as many times as Alexa was, but she was there. She was there. Like she was in the room. She was there. She heard it.
She lives there. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's really the main point of it. But she ended up like after that whole blow up after her, we had a meeting with the RA, and the RA was just like, well, I don't get to decide who leaves and who stays. Well, obviously I'm not leaving. she put in a room change. She left. Now
She called us all toxic.
Yeah, she was like, even if I do stay in the dorm, I don't want to because they're all toxic. I know she would.
I literally, all I said in the entire RA meeting, the only thing I think I said was at the end where I was like, I just want peace for the dorm. Like, I just want all the arguing to stop. And then she moved out, so it's not really.
That was perfect. Big Back Buffoon
Was like.
first she was loud with me. Okay, Big Back Buffoon was loud with me first. Let's note that. And she was being snarky, but I'm like, I feel like it's always like a Karen's defense for like them to be so aggressive, and then when the roles flip, now you want to sit there and act like you're the victim. I'm sorry, you got out with me first. We're at 10. I'm gonna match that energy times 100. But now you want to come back down at 2. So I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Get out of my face! Don't cough in my face. Like I was gonna touch her. I said, no, I would never lay my hands on somebody that looks like you, acts like you, talk like you. I wouldn't. Why would I? So she blamed on the fact that she made that comment because it was late and she's from the South. That's what further southern than you are, and that does not give me an excuse on the way I act. So it does not give you excuse either. I don't understand what she thought that was gonna do for me. Like, oh, well, I was raised in the South, so that's why I'm racist. I'm sorry, I could say I'm raised in the gutter, but I'm never ghetto. I never gave that. Never did. Never gave off. No. That. So like saying stuff like that does not make no type of sense to me. So after our meeting, she put in a room change. She got moved out. I guess like I don't know a few days later, like that. We had the meeting on like a Friday. She moved out like that Monday or something like that. And now I have my own room, and it's so peaceful and calming. And yeah, that is all. Thanks for watching this video, and I'm gonna show y'all the cookies when I get them out of the oven, but I have to go get mittens. But I'm gonna go to Seth's room to get some rags to get these cookies out of the oven.
You making a damn like it?
Seth, say hi.
What's up?
Thank you. I'll bring it back. I made cookies. This is our great fan set. I haven't posted in a long time, and I say blame this place, like this campus that I'm at. But yeah, show y'all my cookies. Do they look bomb or what? They kind of look like balls. But look, I didn't add nutmeg, but it's okay because I didn't want it in there. Okay, ready? Oh. I didn't count 3. Put it in your mouth. You didn't even stop. You know what I meant. But that be pretty good. This is not bad. It's good. You're supposed to shake your head. Yes. This is not bad. Put more. You need another bite. What do you rate? Out of 10. My first time making cookies. I'll give it a 10.
I'll say like it's 8.
I'll take it.
Yeah, my grandma made cookies.
They taste better than these?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Okay, bye. Everybody, bye.